I am here because I am going to be doing a craft project tonight, and I thought I would join you guys or include you in on my evening so that we could do this together. So let me get my stuff here set up so that we can have a little bit of fun. I hope everybody's having a wonderful evening. Please let me know if this is the first time you are catching me live or your first time watching Chalk Couture, whatever the case may be. Yay, there I am. But please comment and say hello. As always, I'm waiting for my laptop to catch up with me so I can see the comments that you guys make, but that may be forever. My laptop's a little old. So what I've got here is I have got, and I think this is going to end up being upside down. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. Hey, Missy, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Oh, wait, maybe I did have it right. Sorry, guys, if I'm making you dizzy. I apologize. I apologize. Okay, so I have got this pallet board. This is a Chalk Couture pallet board. As you can see, it is well loved. Okay. Actually, I got this one, I think, when they first released them. I'm going to raise my camera up here so that we can see the whole space. I think it was at convention last summer, to be honest with you guys. I got this pallet board, and I'm going to tell you what happened to it, because this is one reason why we tell people to wax surfaces if it's something kind of porous. But you know how I'm always telling you to wax because you don't want the green part, right, of our transfers to convey onto our surface. Well, that's exactly what happened to this one. I did not use the wax, and the transfer that I was using came right onto this pallet board. And so I am hoping that with a little bit of paint, I can cover it up and we can still save this bad boy and make it a beautiful project. I'm wondering with our new palette scraper, yeah, that's not even working. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I thought we would have a little bit of fun and do, hold on, I think I'm actually now finally, I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of mine. I floated back and forth some of my Dixie Belle. I was going to do it navy blue and then do the transfer in a kind of sea glass color, but I'm going to do it in the opposite. I'm going to have the background in the sea glass. Hopefully it'll cover this up, and then use navy for the transfer and go on top of it. I thought the two blues would look really cool in a beach nautical theme. So that is what we're doing. All right, guys, and if you feel obliged and would like to help my small business, sprinkling the love would be appreciated. All right, so this is Dixie Belle Sea Glass is the actual name of it. I'm going to put this at the bottom just for a second here. If you guys are just catching on and you would like to receive notifications of when I go live, or sometimes I even send out little deals and things that are going on in the Chalk Couture world, then you can receive text notifications from me. I try not to be spammy. So I try not to. I do try to do it every time I go live, which is a couple of days a week and different things. So, thanks, Missy. I hope so. All right, so a little tip here, whenever you're using Dixie Belle paint, always just kind of wet your brush just a little bit before you use it, and that way the paint is sticking to your surface and not being absorbed by the bristles on the brush, if that makes any sense. I just thought this was a nice calming color. And Dixie Belle, if you're not familiar, it is a chalk mineral paint. You guys can use acrylic paint. You can use a spray paint. You guys can use anything you want. I just happen to be friends with the Dixie Belle retailer. She sells it in the boutique. She's one of my business partners at the boutique. And And so I like using the product. I think it is a very nice product. It tends to last a little bit longer and or go a little bit further than just a typical acrylic paints do. And I'm trying to get my Facebook site up here so that I can sprinkle the love myself. And of course, it's just not working. So we will just have to do that later. All right, so we're gonna keep painting here. It looks like it is covering up that background really well. That's the other thing I like about Dixie Bells. It's a nice thicker. Oh gosh, thank you. I forgot to take it off. A nice thicker color or paint. Oh good, it is working now. Thank you, Missy. You're always so good to me, looking out for me. Okay. Guys, give me 1 second here to get my laptop up so that I can see, because sometimes I don't see all your comments, and I want to make sure that I respond to you guys. If for ever reason that you guys are watching me and I don't respond, it's A, either my head is down and it just might take me a second, or B, Facebook has kind of blocked it on my side for some reason. Okay, let's turn that down. Let's turn that volume down. We don't need to hear that. That's my husband closing the door. Hi, Tony, how are you? Please say hello when you guys join. Let me know you're here. Type a number 1 in the comments if this is your first time seeing Chalk Couture or your first time checking in with me. That way I kind of know if you're here. I know some people just like to watch and not comment, and that's okay too. You don't have to, but it always helps us when we know. I am going to share this to the boutique page. I don't do that very often. Fun DIY sign making, but sometimes it's kind of fun. Okay. All right, guys. Okay, so if you're just joining in, what I'm doing here is I've taken our palette board. This is a Chalk Couture palette board, and they're really nice, actually. I'll show you something else on the back side of this that I just love. But it can be used as a tray. It can be used, either side of the board can actually be used, which is nice. But it's a nice little, I think it's 9 by 12. Nice little size tray, horizontal or vertical, and I'll show you guys the back side of it here in just a moment. If you're just joining me, I am using a Dixie Belle chalk mineral paint to cover the sides and the top because it was ruined with a transfer because I did not wax it before I used it. And so the green part of my transfer kind of stuck to the surface and discolored the top of my palette board. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Oh, I just lost it on my, that's weird. Okay, so I'm just doing the sides here. I'm using sea glass, Dixie Belle sea glass. Like I said, you can use acrylics if you want. You can use really any type of paint you want. This is a wood surface, so it'll take any paint. I just happen to like the Dixie Belle brand and happen to have it on me in the color I was looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with a blow dryer, and I'll probably do one other. I don't really need another layer, to be honest with you, but I'll probably do one just in case. So if you guys are just joining me, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. Share the love. Okay, I'm trying to see. All right, so let me hit this with the blow dryer really quick. And you guys, this is going to be a really, once I get this ready to go, it's going to be a pretty quick project. You're going to see how easy it is to create a quick sign. Okay, so this is the other reason why I like working with Dixie Belle, is it dries really quickly because it's got that chalk base to it, just like chalk couture does. So our chalk pastes all have chalk in it, which helps with the drying time. So something really cool that I did a while ago last summer, and to be honest, it was a happy little accident, as Bob Ross used to say. There are no accidents in crafting and artwork, right? There's no, what did he say? There's just happy little accidents or happy little mistakes or something. But anyways, I had done this similar thing. I had done a first coat in this sea glass, and then I did a navy finish on top. And when I did my transfer, apparently the navy had not completely dried, and so when I pulled the transfer up, some of the sea glass was coming through the navy as well, and it gave it a really cool kind of camo effect with the two colors, and it was awesome. And so I'm almost scared to retry that again because it was literally not meant to happen. It's just something that was very very nice that it did. Okay, so again, if you are here, please sprinkle the love. If you enjoy crafting and DIY and sign making or home decor, I'm a designer, an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I love it because it makes, you know, decorating and gift making and so much easier. So after this dries, this coat, you guys are gonna be amazed at how fast this sign gets made. It is pretty awesome. All right, just a little bit more. I just wanted to make sure we had a nice coat. To be honest with you, that one coat would have been just fine. But since I'm working with a, a surface that had been, oh, what's going on? I froze. Okay. Working with a surface, am I good? Okay. That, had some layers on it. I just want to make sure that we are good. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go. Sometimes you do get paint on the back of your transfer. Yeah, but it comes off, Missy. Mine came off really well, so not a problem. Am I still, you guys, okay, all right, good. I thought maybe I was still frozen. I had a phone call coming in and it kind of froze my video here. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry for a second. I'm gonna put my paintbrush in the water. I always end up doing that before I mean to, but Let's get this dry. Nice and dry. Getting close. My computer. Okay. All right. If anybody has any questions so far, please do not hesitate to raise your hand, throw it out to the group. Okay, so this is our 9x12 pallet board. This is what I was saying earlier, is it can be used as a serving tray too. You can put two little handles right here and it makes a really cute serving tray. I still have a little bit of wet paint on the back side here. Just take that right on off. So I really like this surface just because it's more versatile. You can also actually do a transfer just on this side, then you have two raised edges. Totally up to you guys. Now let me get this ugly background gone. All right. Okay. Ian, I just saw you tried to call. I'll try to call you back. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me get my transfer out. It is a B-size transfer, okay? It says life is better at the beach. Love that, especially where I live in Virginia. We are near the beach, and so nautical themes tend to go well for us here. I'm going to take my fuzzing cloth, get these paints out of the way. Take my fuzzing cloth and all right. Again, please say hello if you are joining in or sprinkle the love. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, the reason we are fuzzing is partially for the reason that I said earlier when I showed this palette board where this green part of the transfer had gone onto here, is sometimes they come uber sticky and you want to get some of that stickiness off. And so what we call is we fuzz it. So we're just actually adding a little bit of fuzz to the back of our transfer. It doesn't hurt it. It literally just kind of helps with it not sticking too much, you know, and then that way you get a nice clean use of the transfer. Now, because I painted this, I don't have to wax it, but you know what? I'm going to wax it just so I can show you guys. But because it's a painted surface that almost acts like a sealer itself, it's giving me a protective layer between the wood and the transfer. But just so that I can show you guys what I mean when I say, you're sprinkling the love, Ian. Thank you. Oh, okay. I will find out what my husband has to tell me. Interesting. Now I'm curious. So, all right, so you just take an old rag, and it's just like, whatchamacallit, wax on, wax off, Karate Kid. Woo! I was having a brain little mystery there. You always wax yours, Missy? Yeah, it's always encouraged to wax, even if it says you don't have to wax the surface. It's people, you know, we always as designers encourage you to wax it. One, because if we mess up, the great thing about our transfers and our paste is they're water soluble, so you can erase it. Hey, Amy. And so they're water soluble, so you can erase it and redo it. Well, if you wax it, it helps that process because the paste is going to come up a little bit easier and just, clean up a little bit easier. Okay, life is better at the beach. All right, guys, should I measure? Am I going to measure? Usually I eyeball this. I think we're good, right? Does that look pretty centered? It's pretty centered. Let's see here. That's about 1/4 of an inch. This isn't a full quarter. I'm a little, all right, see? Now my OCD is going to kick in just a hair. All right. It's kind of hard. I don't know, now I'm a little off on the top and bottom, aren't I? It's hard because there's these little nail holes, and you would think that they're, all right, you would think that they are evenly spread, but they probably are not. Yeah, it is better if you wax no matter what. Okay. All right, guys, be ready to be amazed. I've been doing this, oh gosh, 2.5 years maybe, I think. And I'm still excited and amazed when this happens. Okay, so this is our navy. It is chalk paste. You want it to be like a yogurt consistency. So you want it to have some movement to it, but you don't want it to be as fluid as like an acrylic paste, okay? And as you guys can see, the navy is quite a strong color pigment because now I look like an Oompa Loompa. My fingers are all blue and everything from just opening it up earlier. Okay, so because I'm going to do a very simple technique with this, I mean, I could do an ombre effect, I could do so many different things, but I just want to do something quick and easy tonight. So I'm going to take this navy and spread it throughout. I'm just putting little dabs. I'm dabbing. Not like what the teenagers do. I'm just dabbing paste. God forbid I was that cool. All right. Now I'm going to take our 4-inch squeegee. Missy, I do too. They are awesome, right? Especially for where we live. I mean, I know you're a little bit more west of me, but you're still close to the coast. All right, look at this, you guys. I'm just dragging it all the way across. And then all this excess that I have on here, watch, I'm just gonna put it right back in the container. Look at all that. So just remember, whatever you have on top of the transfer is what's gonna convey underneath, meaning any streaks that you have will probably, there'll be a hint of that when you pull up your transfer. So just try to get rid of any major blobs or streaks or whatever. All right. Once you can see the transfer message that's coming through on the underside, and then you've probably pulled off enough of that excess, okay? So now you take the edge of your transfer, and you want to pull evenly because you don't want to stretch your transfer, and you're going to pull this up. Now all of these well, you guys can't see it where the camera is. I'll show you in the transfer, and I'll hold this up close so you can see it. Okay, in the transfer, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, but there's little speckles, like right in here. There's these little speckles that are built into the transfer. That is so when you do it, see how there are white speckles here? It conveys onto here, so it's meant to look a little beach worn, let's say, a little bit like the sand has gotten to it. So that is intentional. So if you ever get a transfer that does that, when you pull it up and you're going, oh my gosh, I have a defective transfer, first look at the transfer and see if there are little speckles inside of the screen mesh area to make it look like that, okay? All right, guys, I mean, that that's it. In 25 minutes, I have painted a pallet board and created a cute little sign for anybody's home decor that is nautical beach themed, a beach house, whatever it could be. This would make a really great housewarming gift for somebody who maybe he's just bought a vacation property at the beach, or just loves going to the beach, or lives at the beach, whatever it is. Again, if you guys are interested in receiving text notifications from me on any of my projects, or me going live or anything I have going on, please send me a text to this number, 757-505-0303. I also have a VIP group on Facebook. It's Chalk with Mia VIP. Very simple and easy. So if you type that into the Google search engine or Facebook search engine, I should pop up. All right, guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me. I have a lot of deals going on in my VIP group right now. So if this is something that interests you in purchasing, let me know. And if you're interested in being a designer, let me know that too, because I would love to talk to you. All right, everybody. Oh, thank you, Missy. All right, everybody. I appreciate you joining in, and I hope you have a fantastic evening and a good rest of the week. I'll probably see you again. You never know. All right. Bye.